And welcome back, everybody. Nathan is back, the Indy Dog Whisperer. I'm so happy to see you again.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too. Okay, so let's talk dogs, but especially during the holidays. Some of us, I know some of us are doing our own thing. We're not having people over, but perhaps some people are. Maybe a couple of extended members of the family.
Yes.
But I also think this applies to really any time.
Yes,
if you have
absolutely.
people come over that the dogs aren't used to. So
Absolutely.
you have a formula for
I
us.
do. So we have come up with a little acronym, and I call it WOOF, W-O-O-F.
Love
It's
it.
memorable.
Love it.
So the W is wear your dog out. Okay?
Wear your dog out.
Wear your dog out. So what this means is that a tired dog is a dog that is more at ease. A lot of times dogs get pent up a lot and they need exercise in order to get this out, to relax. So
Yeah.
to relax, they need to be physically worn out. Daycare is a wonderful option for that. There are wonderful daycare starting in Indianapolis. I worked at a couple of them. One was Downtown Doggy. It's centrally located. I worked at one called Wigglebutt's Doghouse up on the northwest
That's a cute
side.
name.
And then Happy Hounds employs folks with developmental differences, and they're on the south side. And they're a
Okay,
wonderful organization
nice.
as well. So secondly, that's W. The first O would be outline the rules for guests. And what that means is that guests need to come in and realize they need to leave the dog alone for the first 10 minutes. An overly excited dog, it will excite them more to be talked to and gazed into the eyes. A dog that is a little more withdrawn will be overwhelmed. So if you just come in, talk to the people, ease your way in, you will see the dog relax, and then it's time to engage the dog.
Okay.
The second O, offer your dog a safe place. For some dogs, having different people in the home is a very scary thing. They want to
Right.
get away,
They
especially
wanna
if
get
there's
away.
kids.
Yeah.
Little kids. Oh, and as much as they love a dog, the dog's like, help,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I wondered, I'm like, do they put them in a different room, you know, when people come over? Or
Well,
is that not good? Because you want to teach them how to interact.
You do, but for some dogs that are very worried about, and especially if there's kids, you can't always discipline other people's children, right? So, well, and some people do. It's probably not a good idea, folks.
Right,
but
yeah.
but it's if the dog needs a safe place to retreat to, provide that for them so they don't get stressed to the point of maybe snapping, growling, or just
Right.
freaking out.
Right, right.
And then F would be to find fun activities for your dog. So if your dog is, if it's an extended period of time your dog needs to be occupied, get a lick mat, get a puzzle from Amazon Prime. There's dog puzzles. You hide little treats in it, take them 20, 30,
that's
40
cute.
minutes to work them out. Fill a Kong with some treats and let them just sit and work on something and mentally engage.
That's interesting. Keep them, I mean, it sounds like a lot like, almost like kids at times. They keep them busy.
Can be,
Keep them
yes.
engaged. W-O-O-F.
Yes.
Okay, anything else that you'd like to add on that before we move to a pup that we're going to see?
Let's go right on to Jack.
Let's go right into it. Okay, tell us about Jack.
So I was called up to Marion, Indiana, a woman that ran a rescue called Gracie's Rescue up there. They found a dog in a trailer in Tipton, Indiana. It was abandoned in a trailer out there.
Oh, wow.
His name was Jack. He was living in squalor. There was no one there with him. It appeared the vet said he had had boiling water poured down his back because his hair doesn't grow back. There was a dribble pattern. So he had been having some struggles behaviorally at the shelter where he's housed. And when I went up there and interacted with him, I found a dog that loved his ball, was very sweet. And what you see right there with him sitting down, he was listening to my orders to leave the ball alone. He is very attentive. As we walk through the shelter, he's very stressed in that environment.
Yeah.
But he listened so well to me. And I thought, you know, this guy is a good candidate for a home. And so I would encourage, and you can get a hold of, actually go to marionhumane.com. You can find out more information on Jack. He was showing a little bit of reactivity to dogs, but like I said, when I worked with him there, he completely listened to me and left them alone. So hoping to find Jack.
He's a cute little guy.
Home for the holidays.
All right, and
this
again,
year.
where do people go if they are interested or know someone who might be?
So he is housed at the Marion Grant County Humane Society, and they can go on their website at marionhumane.com for more information on Jack.
All right, Jack. We hope to get you a home here
Yes,
soon, buddy.
absolutely.
Okay, well, let's switch things up because we're talking viewer questions, which I
Yes.
love this part of it.
Me too.
Okay, so our viewer question is, our rescue dog is afraid of everything. This comes from Brenda. She says, especially the doggy door. What we see as a portal to her freedom to roam the fenced backyard at her leisure strikes fear in her heart. How do we help her?
That's an excellent question, Brenda. You know, anything for a dog and it's not so much even the rescue part of it. I have known puppies that were afraid of certain things. Number one, don't try to coax your dog verbally by saying, "It's okay, baby." Those kind of things can actually make a dog even more nervous.
Really?
Well, because you sound nervous. As soon as you say, oh, no, 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 they don't
can
understand,
sense that
they hear your
inflection,
tone and they're
yeah.
like, uh-oh, this really is something to avoid.
Right.
If you need to get your dog past a process, use food and use an even energy. You don't need to say anything. I remember a little puppy I was working with that wouldn't go off the deck. It was a very short one. It was capable, and it would do this. Left it alone, and finally it would stumble off, and then within the day it was jumping off the deck. But don't approach and make it a big issue. Sometimes when dogs won't eat, people sit there and say, eat buddy,
Yeah.
it's okay. Well, he's getting all this from you, like, eat buddy, like, help, right? What's going on? So in a case like this with a dog door, I would just even tape the dog door up, offer the dog food through the dog door. I don't personally use dog doors. I let dogs in and out, but if you need to, use food to coax the dog and try to keep the verbalization to minimum.
There you go. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much, and thank you as well.
Yes.
If people have questions, they want to reach you, best way, Facebook?
So Facebook is the Indy Dog Whisperer, and then they
Okay.
can go to my website, indydogwhisperer.com, for all of my information.
Perfect. Nathan, thank you so
Yes,
much, as
thank you.
always, and hopefully we can find Mr. Jack
Yes,
a
would
home
love
this
that.
holiday season. Me too. All right.